Hello. What we have here is a sheet of puff pastry, which I've already rolled out, okay, and smoothed it out. I've already done that because it's something that I needed 2 hands for, and everything else I'm going to try and just do one-handed so that I can just record for you. Alright, so I've opened up already a tin of pie fruit apples. It's already sliced. Now, if you don't want to use tin fruit, you can of course use three rather large Granny Smith's apples. Okay, and just make it from scratch. But yeah, I'm just trying to do this really quickly. Okay, so just down the center of the sheet of pastry. Okay, just spread. Whoop, there we go, and that came out really fast. Okay, just down the center of the pastry. Just spread it all out as evenly as you possibly can. I'm actually thinking that I might put some of that back into the tin for another sheet. Okay. All right, now spread that out there. Now I know that my family like to have their apple strudels with a little bit of sultana added into it. So I'm just going to pop a few Rosinen in. Okay, so das haben wir Äpfel, geschnittene Äpfel. Okay, so sliced apple. Also gekochte apple. So gekochte und geschnittene. So it's already been pre-cooked and pre-sliced up, just to make it nice and simple. Okay, I know that my family also like to have a little bit of zimt. Okay, so there we go, some zimt, cinnamon. Okay, so just a gentle sprinkling of cinnamon on there. Okay, now I'm just running through those again. We've got eine Dose Apfel oder Granny Smith Apfel. Granny Smith, you know, they work much better when you're cooking with them. Okay, Rosinen und Zimt. Okay, now this is where it gets really tricky. Okay, now I'm chosen to use normal puff pastry for the first attempt at the video because the gluten-free puff pastry doesn't tend to roll very well. Alright, so let's just see how I go with this with one-handed. Now, the best way to roll puff pastry is using the sheet that actually comes in with the packets. Okay, so you just roll it on up and then you just peel it back. Okay, better with 2 hands. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now just apples falling out at the end there. Now this is where I'm going to need to probably use 2 hands as much as possible because we actually need to make sure that the edge is sealed on down nice and tight. Okay. Okay, so just pinching that together so it's all nice and tight and squeezing that on down just there. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. And there we have our very, very basic Apfelstrudel pocket. Okay, now that's just a standard size sheet of puff pastry. And when that comes out of the oven, you can slice that up into 4, 5 or 6 pieces depending on how big you want. Okay, we pop that into the oven, 170 degrees fan forced, preheated of course. Now if you want to be really fancy, you can do patterns in your pastry. So for example, you can just get a fork and you can put patterns in it. In Austria, they actually braid their pastry. Okay, so that means it comes out. The top layer they make into like a plait. All right, now you can do something like that if you wish, and yeah, just see what comes out fancy. I've just decided to make this super easy, so that anybody can have a go at it. All right, now we need to transfer that to a baking tray and pop that in a preheated oven at 170 degrees. All right, let's see how we go with that. Hallo alle. Okay, so jetzt machen wir so Vanillesoße. That's called crème anglaise in English, even though it's French. And in German it's called Vanillesoße, which translates better as vanilla sauce. But more often not, we call it custard. Now, as you can see there on the recipe, there's a difference between crème anglaise and crème pâtisserie. Crème pâtisserie is really thick. Really thick, but crème anglaise is actually a lot runnier. All right, so I've already put the vanilla essence in there, and now I'm going to start from the top and I'm going to put all of the other bits and pieces in. I've already put the vanilla essence in because that actually needed me to have 2 hands, and everything else I'm going to try and see if I can just do one-handed. Okay, so the recipe calls for 250 grams of milk. So we'll just pop that in. Okay, just taking it nice and easy. Don't want to pour too much in. Okay, just a smidge more. Okay. Und jetzt ist das die Milch. Die Milch ist fertig. Und jetzt die Sahne. Ja, die Sahne. Ja, das ist Sahne. Okay. So yeah, bring that back to 0, and we'll put in 250 gram. Okay, so 250 Gramm. Okay. Noch ein bisschen mehr. Noch ein bisschen mehr. Okay, und ja, 250. Und jetzt die Suche. Siehst du da, das ist 80 Gramm Zucker. So, jetzt sind wir wieder auf 0. Und jetzt versuchen wir 80 Gramm reinzutun. Ja, okay, so 20. Noch ein bisschen mehr. Okay, 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. Okay, 65. Noch ein bisschen mehr. Okay, 70 und 80. Okay, jetzt sind wir fertig mit dem Zucker. So Zucker, Milch und Sahne. Und jetzt kommt noch die Eier. Okay, und zwar egg yolks. Okay, the egg whites I've already taken out, die Eiweiß. Okay, so jetzt haben wir das Eigelb. Okay, and you know what gelb means and you know what weiß means. So yeah, das ist Eigelb and the egg whites are Eiweiß. Okay, so das machen wir alles einfach rein. Okay, und jetzt machen wir einen Check. So, Milch, Tick, Sahne, Tick, Zucker, Tick, Eigelb, Tick und Vanille, Tick. Okay. Und jetzt machen wir das aber fertig. Und ich schau mal rein. Die Dächer. Und jetzt. So, ich sehe, ja, 20 Sekunden. Okay, 20 Sekunden. Yeah, that didn't work because it went to a minute now, but move it backwards. Okay, so, yeah. 20 Sekunden. Und Speed 7. Okay, und warte mal, es wird schon sehr laut. Und 0. Fertig. Okay, und jetzt machen wir das für 8 Minuten. 4, 4,5, 5, 5,5, 6, 6,5, 7, 7,5 und 8. So 8 Minuten auf 90 Grad. Okay. Und dann auf schneller 3. And we'll have a look and see how that comes out at the other end. Okay, und jetzt ist die Vanillesoße fertig. Und auch das Trödel ist auch fertig. Und jetzt kommt die Soße dazu. Okay, and a lovely winter dessert, and yeah, tastes very, very delicious. Now here's a bit of trivia for you. Did you know that Frau Stewart travelled through Austria and in every town stopped in every cafe to try and find the world's best Apfelstrudel mit Vanillesoße? I'm wondering if you can guess where I found the best tasting Apfelstrudel and Vanillesoße.